Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. This is Concerned Christians Outreach, calling you to come and listen to God's message for you and for me. We have been seriously concerned with marriage issues since this time. Marriage ceremonies are conducted here and there. Up to now, our children still hold their marriage ceremonies, and they need the last touch about what marriage is. In our last episode, we talked about the honeymoon. Today, we want to look at an important topic, which is marriage a burden? Now that our young couples, our new couples, have gone on honeymoon, and they are now settled at home, there are some things that they should ponder upon and try to solve them so that they will not cause disenchantment in the home. As I said earlier, we want to look at this question: is marriage a burden? Is it a burden that is worth it for you to go into? Yes, let us look at it. What exactly do we mean by burden? Burden can simply be interpreted as something you carry or do with difficulty. Or you can say burden is the act of weighing down, overloading, or oppressing. I want to remind you that marriage is universal. It is God who established the institution of marriage. After establishing it, He blessed it. But some newly wedded couples have, I will not call it wrong notions, I will say they don't have complete notions about what marriage is. Some of them see marriage as a bed of roses. They see marriage as an opportunity to enjoy life as you want it. They have forgotten some things which may bring some differences. They forget the fact that they are from different environments. And because of that, some issues might rise up which they need to solve with wisdom. Now that they are settled, they are enjoying life, they are enjoying love, many of them have forgotten the vows they make before God and the congregation in the church. They have forgotten. If they have not forgotten, some of them don't think properly about the implications of the vows. When they say after me, they just say it. Let us take, for example, this vow: for better, for worse. for richer, for poorer. I said they see marriage as a bed of roses. They don't think that there will be certain times when they might be short of money. If the husband has been giving money, for them to think that there may be a period where there will be no money, that will not come in, because their happiness makes them take marriage as a bed of roses. Some of them will not think about that. Now we are enjoying you. There may be trouble. My husband may lose his job. I may lose my job. They don't think that anything bad could happen. All they see marriage is as a bed of roses. Now, they do not think that any burden could come from their marriage. Now, let us ask ourselves this question. You to ask yourself inwardly, is marriage a burden? Yes. If you look at some areas, we will see that marriage is a burden. As I've said earlier, I told you the meaning of burden. I said burden can simply be interpreted as something you carry or do with much difficulty. And I've also told you that in the vows they make before God and the congregation, there is a sign of burden in that vow, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer. So, my dear listeners, we are going to look just at two of these burdens. And we have many, but we're just going to look at two. So either the wife or the husband, if they think properly, they will see what we are talking about. Now, the first burden we will look at is love. Love is not just romancing, doing all these things. There are other things that are involved to express our love. When you love somebody, there are other things other than romantic activities which are involved. And under this, we say, love means sharing the burdens of life, hardship with each other. Sharing the burdens of life, hardship with each other. This is, if one of the spouses has any problem, it is expected that the other spouse should express love by sharing the hardship with his partner or partner. That is the burden you have in love. Where a spouse refuses to share the hardship of his partner with him at the time of difficulty, then there is no love. No wonder we have an adage which says, a friend in need is a friend indeed. Another burden of marriage is emotional burden. Emotional burden. This is a situation where a person is emotionally stressed is emotionally stressed, e.g., you are involved in a situation where you cannot refuse a task, but you have to do it for the sake of other people, for the sake of others' happiness. You don't want to do it. You don't feel like doing it. But you have to do it for the sake of your spouse, for the sake of your husband, for the sake of your wife. That is emotional burden. And in this case, women are mostly affected. Women are mostly affected. You ask me how? You know that everything that happens in the home, every negative thing that happens in the home, the wife is said to be responsible. Any issue on domestic matters, the blame is put on the wife. For instance, when a man is caught cheating, then people, when they hear it, they will say, it is not his fault. He has a bad wife. That wife is a nagging wife. She has bad temper. She's very dirty. And because of these her bad behaviors, she has sent her husband out. Can't you see? They put the blame on the woman. Then, if the husband is in bad relationship with his family, with his father, with his mother, with his siblings, they will say he's being influenced by the wife. It is the wife that is controlling him. It is the wife that does not allow him to give monthly stipends to his parents. It is the wife that does not allow him to take care of his siblings, forgetting that the couple now have their own responsibilities. And there is every possibility that they do not have the financial strength to bear all these responsibilities. Then they say it is the wife. At times, the husband will even be, you see some men who will take salary and they go to beer depot where they take pepper soup and other things, lavish the money. Some go on drinking spree. There are some women who suffer like this because we call this suffering, because some wives cannot save the spending of their husbands, but still they put the blame on her. Then, if a couple has a badly behaved child, you know the usual thing. They will say, she is the mother's child. She resembles her mother. But if you have a very good child, then the father will be boasting. Especially if the child is very brilliant. Yes, when I was in school, I used to come first. I used to do everything. He resembles me. Ask him to go and bring his report card, so as to be sure whether he resembles him or not. Every bad thing, the woman is held responsible. When there is problem of infertility, the blame is put on the woman, on the wife. They say, no, she will be infertile. How can she be? She has already aborted all the children God has given her before getting married. They will say she's responsible, forgetting that both of them, especially the man, is responsible for the sex of the child and even for conception. He is the one that will fertilize the egg in the womb of the woman. Then, at the early stage of marriage, there is the problem of adjustment. They have to adjust. Then, the wife might not be used to all that she's experiencing, having to deal with in-laws, having to take care of the husband, and all this. And because she's stressed out, she becomes resentful. So, my dear listeners, you can see that there is burden in marriage. And it is the woman that carries these burdens. And when the burdens become too much, she becomes very resentful. And at times, she will become threatened and might wish to divorce. So, the problem becomes complicated where the woman is the breadwinner of the husband. Because if she says anything, they will say she is proud because she is the breadwinner. And that there is nothing they will not call her. So you newly wedded couple, we are telling you that marriage is not a bed of roses. You should expect some problems, some difficulties. And when they come, cry unto God. Use your common sense. Pray. And God will help you solve them. So, marriage is meant to be enjoyed and not to be tolerated. Thank you.